Don't worry, you're not disturbing me. I'd much rather talk than write. But here I am, day after day, haunted by this one thought. I must write, I must write, I must write. What force is it that compels me to write so incessantly, day after day, page after page, story after story? Well, quite frankly, I have no choice. I am a writer. You know, before you guys came in here, I was thinking to myself, what if I just gave it up one day? What would I do instead? Well, I've never freely admitted this to anyone, but to you here in the theater tonight, I would like to tell you what I would most like to do with my life. Ever since I was a small child, I always, just a minute, make a note here. An idea occurred to me, subject for a short story. Yes. It was my mentioning the theater that sparked me. What were we talking about before? Never mind, I am consumed by this new idea. See how this fancies you. It starts in the theater. It starts on opening night of a new season. It starts with those dear and devoted patrons of the arts who wave and greet each other in the grand salon, commenting on how this one looks and how that one is dressed, scarcely knowing what play they are about to see this evening. Except for one man, Ivan Ildich Cherdakov. If Ivan Ildich Cherdakov, a civil servant, a clerk in the Ministry of Public Parks, had any love at all in life, it was the theater. He certainly had ambitions and hopes for higher office, but he dedicated his life to hard work, zeal, and patience. But he could not resist buying 2 tickets in the very best section for opening night performance of Rostov's The Bearded Countess. As fortune would have it, into the theater that evening came his respected superior, Mikhail Brezhnev, the general of the Ministry of Public Parks himself.
Good evening, Chief. Good evening, General. Yes, good evening. Permit me, sir. I am Cherdakov. Ivan Ilyich. This is a great honor for me, sir. Yes. Like yourself, dear General, I too serve the Ministry of Public Parks. That means to say, I serve you, who is indeed himself the Minister of Public Parks. I am the Assistant Chief Clerk in the Department of Trees and Bushes.
Yes. Keep up the good work. Lovely trees and bushes this year.
My wife would very much like to say hello, General. This is she, my wife, Madame Cherdakov.
How do you do?
My pleasure.
My pleasure, General.
Madame Marcelo, this is my wife, Madame Cherdakov.
How do you do, Madame Marcelo? How do you do? I just had the pleasure of meeting your husband.
And I am my wife's husband. How do you do, Madame Marcelo?
Terribly sorry.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Well, if I can watch it.
Feeling quite pleased with himself for making the most of a golden opportunity, Ivan Ildich Cherdakov sat back to enjoy The Bearded Countess. He was no longer a stranger to the Minister of Public Parks. They had become, if one wanted to be generous about the matter, familiar with each other. And then, quite suddenly, without warning, like a bolt from a gray thundering cloud, Ivan Ildich Cherdakov reared back his head and...
Oh my goodness! I'm so terribly sorry. I'm so terribly sorry, Your Excellency. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Never mind. It's all right.
All right. It certainly is not all right. It's unpardonable. It was monstrous of me.
You made too much of the matter. Let it rest.
How can I let it rest? It was inexcusable. Permit me to wipe your neck, sir. It's the least that I can do.
Leave it be. It's all right, I say.
But I splattered you, sir. Your complete head is splattered. It was an accident, I assure you. came completely without warning. It was out of my nose before I could stifle it. Shh. Shh. Yes, sir. It's not cold, if that's what you're worrying about. Probably a particle of dust in the nostril.
But Ivan Ilyich Chernikov could not put the incident out of his mind. The sneeze, no more than an innocent anatomical accident, grew out of all proportion in his mind until it resembled the angry roar of a cannon aimed squarely at the enemy camp. He played back the incident in his mind, slowing the procedure down so he could view again in horror the infamous deed.
Charming, my dear.
Utterly charming.
I was definitely charmed by it.
Excuse me, Excellency.
Tapping, what's that tapping?
I'm tapping, sir. I'm the tapper. I'm Chernikov.
Stand my fear, it's the sneeze.
No. I'm completely sneezed out. If that's what you're worrying about, I'm just concerned about you going out into the night air with a damp head.
It was a trifle, mere faux pas. Amusing play, don't you think? Did you find it amusing?
Oh my goodness. So true. I haven't laughed so much in years.
What part interested you the most?
The sneeze. When I sneezed on you, it was unforgivable, sir.
Forget it, young man. Come, my dear. Looks like rain. I wouldn't want to get my head wet again.
You shouldn't be sneezed at. You shouldn't let someone sneeze at you.
I'm ruined. Ruined. He'll have me fired from branches and twigs. They'll send me down to branches and twigs.
Come, Ivan.
What?
You mustn't let it concern you. It was just a harmless little sneeze. The generals probably forgot it already.
Do you really think so?
No, Ivan, I'm scared.
And so they walked home in despair.
Maybe perhaps if I should send him a nice gift, maybe some Turkish towels.
Chernikov's once promising career had literally been blown away.
Why did this happen to me? Why did I go to the theater at all? Why didn't I sit down in the balcony with people of our own class? They love sneezing on each other.
Come to bed, Ivan.
Perhaps if I call him again in the morning and explain to him the matters again, but in such honest, self-effacing, and charming manner, perhaps he'll have no choice but to forgive me.
Maybe it's best not to remind him, Ivan.
No. If ever I expect to become a gentleman, I should behave like one.
And so the morning came. It so happened that this was the day the general listened to petitions. And since there were 50 or 60 petitions ahead of Chernikov, he waited from morning till late afternoon.
Denied. Next. Next.
I'm not next, Your Excellency. I'm last.
Very well then. Last.
That's me, sir. Sir.
Well, what is your petition?
I have no petition, sir. I am not a petitioner.
Then you waste my time.
Don't you recognize me, sir? We met last night under rather explosive circumstances. I'm the splatterer.
The what?
The sneezer. The one who sneezed. The sneezing splatterer.
Indeed. And what is it you want now? A gesundheit?
No, Your Excellency. your forgiveness. I just wanted to point out that there was no political or anti-social motivation behind that sneeze. It was a non-partisan, non-violent act of God. I curse the day the protuberance formed on my nose. It's a hateful nose, sir, and I am not responsible for its indiscretions. Punish that which committed that crime, but absolve the innocent body behind it. Forgive me, Lord. Exile my nose, but forgive me your kindship. Forgive me.
My dear young man, I'm not angry with your nose. I'm too busy to have time for your nasal problems. Now I suggest you go home and take a hot bath, or a cold one. Just take something. Don't bother me with this silly business again. Gibber, gibber, gibber. That's all I've heard all day. Gibber, gibber, gibber.
Thank you, sir. God bless you and your wife and your household. May your days be sweet and may your nights be better than all your days.
The feeling of relief that came over Chekhov was enormous.
May the birds sing in the morning at your window, and may the coffee in your cup be strong and hot.
The relief, the weight of the burden that was lifted was inestimable.
I worship the chair that you sit on, and the uniform you wear, and the chair that I worship.
He walked home, whistling and singing like a lark. Life was surely a marvel, a joy, a heavenly paradise.
Oh God, I'm happy.
And yet, when he arrived home, he began to think.
Have I been a part of a cruel and thoughtless Jew?
Had the minister toyed with him?
If he had no intentions of punishing me, then why did he torment me so unmercifully?
If the sneeze meant so little to the minister, why did he deliberately cause Chekhov to writhe in his bed?
To twist in agony the entire night.
Chekhov was
I
furious.
am furious.
He foamed and fumed and paced the night through. In the morning, called out to his wife, Sonia!
Sonia! I have been humiliated.
You, Ivan, who would humiliate you? You're such a kind and generous person.
Who? I'll tell you who. General Rosalejos, the Minister of Public Parks. Swine. He humiliated me in such subtle fashion, it was almost indiscernible. His cunning is only equal to his cruelty. He practically forced me to come to his office to grovel and beg on my knees. I was reduced to a gibbering idiot.
Was that reduced?
I must go back and tell him what I think of him. The lower classes must be calm. The world must be made safe, so that people of all nations and creeds, regardless of race or religion, must be free to sneeze on their superiors. It is he who will be humiliated by I.
And so, Chekhov came to humiliate he.
Shave next time. Denied.
3 razors.
Last.
Well, you ask. Don't you recognize me, Your Excellency? Look at my face. Familiar? Yes, you're quite correct. It is I once again.
It is you once again who?
Chekhov, Your Excellency. I have returned, having taken neither a hot bath nor a cold one.
Who let this filthy man in? What is it?
What is it? You ask me, what is it? You sit there behind your desk and ask me, what is it? You sit there in your lofty position as General and Minister of Public Parks, a member of high standing in the upper class, and ask me, a lowly civil servant, what is it? You sit there knowing full well that there is circumstances that cause some of us, that there are those of us who bow down and that are bowed down to, that there are those of us who serve and that are served, Those of us who obey and that are obeying, and that in this life there are circumstances that cause us to be humiliated, and those that are the cause of that humiliation. And still you ask, what is it?
What is it? Don't just stand there gibbering like an idiot. What is it you want?
I'll tell you what I want! I just wanted to ask forgiveness for the sneeze. I wasn't made sure that I made it clear, Your Excellency. It was an accident, I assure.
Out! You fool! You imbecile! Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again. If you ever cross my line of vision, I'll have you exiled forever! What's your name?
Jared!
You germ spreader! You maggot! You're an insect! No. You're lower than an insect! You're the second cousin to a cockroach! The nephew of a ringworm! You're the son-in-law of a bedbug! You're nothing! Nothing, you hear me? Nothing!
In that moment, something broke loose inside Chekhov. Something so deep and vital, so organic that the damage that was done seemed irreparable. Something drained within him that can only be described as the very life force itself. The matter was over, done, for once, for all, forever. What happened next was quite simple. Ivan Ilyich Chekhov came home, took off his coat, lay down on the bed, and died. Wait! For those of you who are offended by life's cruelty, there is an alternate ending. Ivan Ilyich Chekhov came home, removed his coat, lay down on the bed, and inherited 5 million rubles! Oh, there's not much point to it, but it is uplifting, huh? You know, it's been said that humans are the only species in the world capable of laughter, and it is that aspect which separates us from the lower forms of life. Now, one must wonder about this theory when we observe some of the objects of our laughter. For example, pain. Pain, needless to say, is no laughing matter. Unless, of course, it's someone else that's doing the suffering.
Greetings, Father. What brings you here?
The pain is unbearable. It's beyond unbearable. It's unendurable.
Where exactly is the pain?
Where isn't it? Everywhere. It's not just the this whole side of my mouth.
How long have you had this agony?
10 years.
10 years?
Since yesterday morning. Seems like 10 years. I must have sinned terribly to deserve this. God must have dropped all the other business to punish me this way. Where's the doctor?
The doctor is away for personal business. He left the care of his patients in my young and capable hands.
But are you a doctor?
In every way, except in a degree. I'm a doctor to be.
The patient to be. Goodbye.
I assure you that the only thing that prevents me from being called a doctor is formality of an examination. I'm skilled. I'm just not titled. Please, Father, I beg for this opportunity. Please, sit in the chair, Father.
Heaven help me today. Even sitting hurts.
No doubt, the nerves are inflamed. Once removed, the pain will cease to be.
Cigar.
What?
Your cigar is burning my eyes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather put it out? I just smoke to steady my nerves.
Smoke it, the cigar.
Thank you. see what we have here.
I pray for you. I pray to the saints that are you, Lord in heaven. Please be gentle with me, spare me pain.
My dear Sexton, we are living in an age of advanced science. With my skilled hands, there is no longer need for pain. If it's gentleness you want, then it's gentleness you want. Then, are you ready? Now, please open your mouth so I can examine you. Come. Open your mouth, please. My dear Sexton, inexperienced as I am, I know that it is essential to have it open first. It is mandatory to all work concerning the mouth to have it open first. It would be highly impractical for me to pull your tooth from the outside. Now, can you please open your mouth? Not the lips, the mouth. I don't want to brush your teeth, I want to examine them.
Will you be gentle?
Didn't I promise you I would?
As a child, I was promised many things I never got.
There's no pain connected to this part. This part is merely an examination of what must be done, where and how. Now open up. There you are. You ugly little fella. You nasty one, aren't you? Stop, don't do it. Don't make president. Pull it out. Don't rush me evaluating. Your tooth has a hole big enough to ride a horse in the carriage through.
What is it?
It's even disgusting to look at. Yeah. But if this is going to be my profession, then I gotta get used to these things. I'm going to try something.
Be gentle.
As though if I were your own mother.
My mother really liked me. Gentler.
I want to see how exposed the nerve is. All I'm going to do is gently blow on your tooth. That's all. Alright? Well, if you excuse me. Here goes. I have some information for you. The nerve is exposed.
Is that how far science has advanced? Blowing on teeth?
Still inconclusive. More work has been done in this field. So much more dependence on the temperature of the doctor's breath. Here we are.
What are you going to do with that?
The tooth has to be pulled. The quicker that you can spit.
Oh, merciful God.
Surgery is nothing. It's only a matter of a firm hand. Now let's do it.
I pray for you. I pray that the Lord may enlighten your soul, may give you health and weakness, mostly weakness.
This will be over quickly. Most tooth give you trouble, I admit it. But only when the roots are deep. I hope you're praying for shallow roots. Now, here we go. Don't do that. Don't grab my hand now. Let go. Let go, I say. You have my hand again. If I'm going to pull your tooth, I need my hand. I'm going to go. Are you not going to let go of my hand? If you're not going to let go of it, I have to take these forceps and pull your fingers out. Let's try it once more. Good. Sit still, don't twitch. You're twitching again. But the important thing is to have a deep enough hole so we don't break the ground. Now I've got a firm grip of the little fella. Now whatever I do, do not grab my hand. You have enough trouble without you interfering. Steady now. Steady now. When I say free, 1, 2, 3. I got it. I pulled it out my first tooth. You're pulling it, all right? I hope they pull you to the next world like that. I knew it. The crown broke. You still got the roots in your mouth. I told you not to twitch. You butcher!
You carpenter, your gods, vengeance upon my savior, compared to you, the toothpick was a giant.
You ignorant peasant! The only thing hard than the roots in your tooth, brains inside your head. Now, get back in the chair. We have unfinished business to do.
Get away from me, you sorcerer! Are you gonna step up again? You'll be the first one to eat this week!
You are not leaving here until we get those roots out. It's a professional pride.
I give up. I failed my duty. Come, my son. Let's pray for a miracle. Dear Lord in heaven,
Dear God above,
heed for his good doctor,
pray for this poor creature.
don't let him falter.
Don't let him bite me.
Hail Mary,
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary,
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
If I say so myself, I'm the greatest seducer of other men's wives that I've ever met. I say this not boastfully, but as a matter of record. The staggering figures speak for themselves. Now, for those men who are interested in playing this highly satisfying but often dangerous game, I urge you to take out pen and paper and take notes. I am going to discuss my method. In defense, married women may do likewise, but it will do them little good if they happen to be the chosen victim. My method has never failed. Now then, there are three vital characteristics in that. They are patience, more patience, and even more patience. Now then, if you do not have the strength to wait and persist, I urge you to take up bicycling, gota. Seducing isn't for you. Now then, in order to seduce a man's wife, you must, I repeat, must stay away from her as far as possible. Ignore her if you must, pay her no attention at all. We will get to her through the husband. Now you are about to witness a practical demonstration. For as it happens, I am madly and deeply in love this week. My heart pounds knowing that she will pass through this garden in a few moments with her husband. Every fiber of my being tells me to throw my arms around her and embrace her with every passion in my heart. Oh. But observe how a master works. I shall be cool almost to the point of freezing. My heart of hearts and her husband arrive.
Yeah.
Ah! Peter Semyonich! Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, my dear Nicola, you're looking good. You're hitting the gym. Notice I am not looking at her.
And you gay devil! You're always looking well. Excuse me, have you met my wife, Irina? Of course you have. You met her at the dinner at the Best Knobs. Irina, I don't know if this charmer said to you, but I must warn you that he is a scoundrel, a notorious bachelor, an exceptional swordsman! That's the best I can say for you, Peter.
Ah, you exaggerate, Nicky. Good to see you. Madame, good to see you again.
We were just taking a stroll. If you're not busy, why don't you walk with us?
Ah, that's so kind of you, Nicky. But as a matter of fact, I am riveted to this spot. A new romance has just entered my life, and my legs are like pillars of granite. Until she is out of my sight, I'm afraid I will be incapable of movement. Too much even. As I said, be patient.
Fantastic! You never cease to amaze me. Pretty, I suppose?
Suppose magnificent. Suppose glorious. And you will suppose correctly.
Fantastic. Any complications?
As usual, a husband. I'm afraid my cause looks hopeless.
Nonsense! I'm placing my money on you, Peter, and you know I never bet unless I'm sure of winning. Well, we're off. Good hunting, my boy! Good hunting!
Madame, Beautifully done, don't you think? I'm sometimes awed by the work of a true professional. Did you all notice our eyes barely met? We haven't spoke a word, barely a word, but how much she knows of me already. A, I'm a popular bachelor. B, a man in love, always titillating to romantic women. C, a gifted sportsman, a nice contrast to her sedentary husband. And D, and this is the most important, a dangerous man with the ladies. Quite frankly, as of this point, she's quite disgusted by me. It's because A, I'm a braggart and a scoundrel. B, I'm shamelessly frank as to my own intentions. And C, she thinks she's not the one I'm interested in. Forgive me if I'm slightly overcome by my deviousness. By the way, are you writing this down? It gets tricky from here on in. Now, next step. Oh, hypnosis. Not hypnosis with your eyes, but with the poison of your tongue. Very much like a venomous snake moving in for the kills. What's more, the best channel is the husband himself. Witness as I accidentally run into him one day.
Peter, you're looking glum. I take it your pursuit isn't going well?
Isn't that obvious? I'm too big. I haven't seen her since I last met you and your wife. I slip little, eat less. I've had all my shirt collars taken a ½ inch. I grew slimmer. But Nikki, why do I waste my time chasing after women I can never call my own? How I envy you.
Me? What is there about me that you envy?
Why, your marriage, of course. A charming woman, your wife, let me tell you.
My wife? What is it about her that fascinates you so?
Her grace, her quiet charm, everything. But mostly it's the way she looks at you. Ah, if someone would look at me like that with loving and adoring eyes, it must send quivers through your body.
Quivers? No, not really.
A tingle, perhaps? Don't tell me you don't tingle when she looks at you.
Of course! By all means, I tingle all the time!
She's an ideal woman, Nikki. Believe that from a lonely bachelor and be glad that fate gave you a wife like that.
Perhaps fate will be as kind to you.
That's what I'm counting on. Oh, good heavens! I'm late for my doctor's appointment.
What is he treating you for?
Melancholia. Please say hello to your extraordinary wife for me. But I urge you not to repeat our conversation. It might embarrass her fragile sensibilities. Oh, where is the woman for me? I know where. The question is, how soon will she be mine? There's still a task to be done, but not by me. That task calls to mind aid and accomplice, the husband. Oh, by the way, I saw Peter Semyonich today.
Oh, by the way, I saw Peter Semyonich today.
Who?
Peter Semyonich? The bachelor. That attractive fellow we met in the gardens, you remember?
I remember what a loathsome man he is.
You may not think so what I have to say about you.
Nothing that braggart could say would interest me.
He spoke most enthusiastically about you. He was enraptured by your grace, your quiet charm. And he seemed to feel that you were capable of loving a man in some extraordinary way. He went on, and, well, good night, my dear.
Good night. What else?
Hmm?
What else did he have to say about me?
Peter?
Whatever that loathsome man's name is. What else did Peter Semyonich have to say about me?
Well, that's more or less it. What I told you.
You said he went on and on.
He did.
But you stopped. If he went on and on, don't stop. Either go on and on or... Let's go to bed.
Well, he said how much he envied me, how much he wanted someone to look at him the way you look at me.
How does he know the way I look at you?
Well, that day in the gardens, he must have been looking at you and looking at me. I said I tingled through my whole body.
The way I looked at you.
Exactly, my precious.
Yeah, okay. But you were looking at him, so you couldn't have seen how I was looking at you. In fact, I was looking at the flowers because he kept making me nervous the way he kept avoiding looking at me. I must have tingled for some other reason.
It's getting rather confusing. The point is, I thought it would please you.
Well, it doesn't. I'd rather you wouldn't tell me such things. Are you going to see him again soon?
Tomorrow for lunch?
Well, I'd rather not be discussed over lunch. Tell him that. And then at dinner, you can tell me what he said. Good night, Nikki.
Good night, my angel.
Good night, my love. I'm spelled out by my own powers. I succeeded not only in piquing her interest, but causing her heart to flutter at the mere mention of my name. The same man he called loathsome not 2 minutes ago. All this was done, mind you, while I was at home taking a pine-scented bath. Luncheon the next day was not only nourishing, but productive. By the way, old man, I ran into Nekrasov the other day. It seems he's been commissioned by a wealthy prince to paint the head of typical Russian beauty. He asked me to look out for a model for him. He said, I said I knew just the woman, but I didn't dare ask her myself. What do you think of asking your wife?
Asking my wife what?
To be the model, of course. Ah, that lovely head of hers. It would be quite a damn shame if that whole world missed the chance to be immortalized for all the world. I mean, it would be quite a damn shame if that exquisite face missed the chance to be immortalized for all the world.
For all the world? Really? I see what you mean.
Why don't you discuss it with me?
Good idea. I'll discuss it with her. Well, I said I would discuss it with you. What do you think?
I think it's nonsense. I mean, did he actually say a typical Russian beauty?
Precisely. And that would be a damn shame if that exquisite face Mr. China become immortalized for all the world. That's what he said.
He gets carried away by his own voice. Those exact words, you didn't leave anything out.
Oh, yes. That lovely face. You know, I thought that lovely face. He said that a number of times, I think.
He does go on, doesn't he? How many times did he say it? Once? Twice? What?
Let me think. It's hard to remember.
It's not important, but in the future, I wish you write these things down.
Have you seen me near her? Gurgle more. Have you heard me speak to her? Has any correspondence passed between us? No, my dear pupils, but she hangs on my every word uttered by her dear husband. Awesome, isn't it? We apply this trick in 2 to 3 weeks. Her resistance is weakening, weakening,
Nikki,
I think his mind is elsewhere. If you ask me, on someone from the looks of him.
woman? What woman? Did he mention any women in particular?
Oh no, he's too discreet for that. He'll protect her good name at any cost. Instead, he talks of you all day. Poor fool. I mean, I feel sorry for him.
It's really none of our concern, Nikki. By the way, did you invite him to dinner tomorrow?
He's busy.
The day after that?
Busy.
Next week, next month. When? Does this man eat?
Well, he says he's involved in some very important project. It'll be months before he can see us. He did say with patience and persistence, good things will come to him. By the way, he thinks you should go on the stage.
The stage? Me? On the stage? Why, in heaven's name?
Well, he said, just a moment, I don't want to misquote him.
Take your time. I want you to get this as accurately as possible.
Ah, yes. With such an attractive appearance, intelligence, and sensitiveness, it's a sin for her to just be a housewife.
Dear, she said that?
And that ordinary demands don't exist for such women.
Nikki, I don't think I want to hear anymore.
Natures like that should not be bound by time and space.
Nikki, I implore you, please stop.
I never worked so busy, I... Take her away from you.
You said that?
Yes, right there. Well, I said take her then. I'm not gonna fight a duel over her.
Nick, you mustn't discuss me with him anymore. I beg of you not to mention my name to him ever again.
But I don't, my love. He's the one who always brings up the subject. He actually accused me of not understanding you. He shouted at me. If I were Turgenev, I would put her in a novel. The Passionate Angel, I would call it. Man, it's weird. Definitely weird.
He's delivering my love letters, sealing them with kisses, and calls me weird. I ask you. Now let's see what we've got so far. This poor woman is definitely consumed with a passion to meet me. She's quite sure that I'm the only one, the only man who truly understands her. Her yawning, disinterested husband transmits my every remark, but it is my voice she hears, my words that sing in her heart. The sweet poison is doing its work. I am relentless. There is no room for mercy in the seducing business. Observe how deftly the final stroke is administered. For the faint-hearted, I urge you, look away.
No, Nicky, not another word, nothing.
But exactly! He told me to tell you nothing. He would worry of your sweet, sympathetic nature, that you would get caught up in someone else's distress.
Distress? He's in distress, but why?
Loneliness. He says he has no friends, no true friends that understands him.
Doesn't he know how much we understand him completely? Doesn't he know how much we commune with him daily? Doesn't he know how much we yearn to be with him, Nicky? You and I!
Again, I try to make that clear. Again, I asked him to come home and dinner with me, but he said he can't face people. He's so depressed he paces in the gardens every night. We met him.
What time?
Between 8 and 9. By the way, we're invited to the Boscovics tomorrow for dinner. Is 8 o'clock alright for you?
No. I'm going to visit Aunt Sophia. She's ill. I'll be there around 9. Or a little bit after that.
Please, 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 no applause. I couldn't have done it alone. I share the honor with my good friend and collaborator, the husband. Wooed her so successfully. There is no carriage fast enough for her to be in my arms. She ran all the way. Observe. Now for the conclusion. You will understand me if I ask you to busy yourselves with your programs or such. The next few moments are private, and I am, after all, a gentleman. My love, my sweet dear angel, at last you can speak the words that I've
No. Not a word. Not a sound. I couldn't bear it. Not until you heard what's in my heart. These past few weeks have been in torment. You've used my husband as a clever and devious device to arouse my passions, which I freely admit have been lying dormant these past 7 years. Whether you were sincere or not, you've awakened in me desires and longings I never dreamt were possible. You appeal to my vanity and I succumb. You stir my thoughts of untold pleasures and I weaken. You attack my every vulnerability and I surrender. I'm here, Peter Semyonich, if you want me. But let me add this. I love my husband dearly. He's not a passionate man, nor even remotely romantic. Our relationship reaches neither the heights of ecstasy nor the depths of anguish. We have an even marriage, moderate and comfortable. Yet in accepting these conditions and the full measure of his devoted love, I have been happy. I I come to you now knowing that once you take me in your arms, my marriage and my life with Nikki will be destroyed for all time. I'm too weak and too selfish to make the choice. So I rely on your strength of character. The option is yours, my dear Peter. Whichever one you choose will make me both eternally grateful, yet eternally miserable. I beg of you not to use me as an amusement, though even with that knowledge, I would not refuse you. I am yours to do as you wish, Peter Semyonich. If you want me, open your arms now and I will come to you. If you love me, turn your back and walk away and I will never see or speak to you ever again. Choice, my dearest, sweetest love of my life, is yours. And I await your decision. God bless you, Peter Semyonich. I'm sure that life brings you the happiness you've just brought to me.
Peter Semyonich, the former seducer of other men's wives, from that day on turned his attention to single, unmarried women only. Until one day the perfect girl came along, and the confirmed bachelor was married at last. He is today a perfectly happy man. Except possibly on the occasion when some dashing young officer tells him how attractive he finds his lovely young wife. Just getting a little night air to clear my mind. Sea air is so invigorating. Clears the whole body, but my mind is blocked. Writer's block, they call it. Don't worry. This won't last long. Wait. Yes? Terrible. Bad idea. Sorry to disturb you. Not only was it a bad idea, I've already written it. It turned out awful. Don't worry. This won't last long. It's only temporary. However, it's becoming a very long temporary. Oh,
Sorry.
it's this. Maybe the idea I'm looking for.
You, sir. Can I have a word with you, sir?
Who's there? I can see you in the dark.
Good evening, sir. I was wondering, could you be in the mood for a little entertainment this evening?
Entertainment? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure you do, sir. Entertainment, amusement, if you know what I mean. Diversion, so to speak.
Ah, I think I do know what you mean. But I'm not interested. Go on, off with you. You know better to make a proposal to a gentleman.
On second thought, are you sure you don't? It's a once-in-a-lifetime offer, sir. Not even a little bit curious.
Curiosity is the nature of my profession, but I try to be morally elevated. Excuse me.
On second thought, maybe this might be a little bit too much, but gentlemen of your sensitivity.
Wait!
Got you with that last one, didn't I?
I'm just asking, mind you, but what is this entertainment you speak of?
How would you like to see a drowned man?
I beg your pardon?
A drowned man! A man with his lungs filled up with salt water, stone dead from drowning. How much would you pay to see that.
Hey, see a drowned man. Are you insane? I wouldn't look at a drowned man if they paid me. Why would I want to look at a drowned man? What's the point in looking at a man who's drowned? You're mad. Get out of here.
3 rubles, sir, that's all it cost you. 3 rubles to see the man first before he's in the water, then the agonizing act of drowning, and then the grand finale, the man already drowned.
That's his soul.
What are you saying? That the man isn't drowned yet and still alive and well?
Not only alive and well, but dry as a bone, and standing before you. I am the drowned man, sir.
You're the drowned man. You're going to drown yourself for 3 rubles? You expect to charge me for your own suicide? Let's get away from this lunatic.
No. You're wrong, sir. I don't actually drown. I impersonate a drowned man. I jump into the icy cold water, splash around a bit, flail my arms around, yell for help. It sends a chill up your spine. 3 rubles for single performances. Special rates for groups. Show starts in 2 minutes.
I can't believe I'm actually discussing admission to a prize of drowning.
You seem to miss the point, sir. It's not some sort of cheap thrill. It's a rich tableau. Ironical. A drama, not tragic. But yes, ironical. Comic in its features.
Comic? What's comic about it?
I put my cheeks out, bulge my eyes out, flail around a bit. I'm the only one on the waterfront who can do it.
Do you actually expect me to pay to be an underwater pig squealer?
I've had a very successful season, sir. Sold out in August. Would you like me to book you for the dinner show?
What do you mean dinner show?
I jump in the water, flail around a bit, throw you a nice fish. I think the halibuts are running now, sir.
I can't believe I'm actually standing here listening to this.
I wish you really would make up your mind soon, sir. In 5 minutes, that restaurant goes its garbage into the water and then it's messy. I have my pride, sir.
To hell with your pride. Isn't that you from making a living imitating a deceased swimmer?
You sure do know how to strike at a man's vulnerable points. That was cruel, sir.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be cruel.
You totally overlooked the finer points of my profession. Have you seen a coal miner at the end of the day, soot and grime all over his body? Soot in his ears and nose? Black grit in his teeth? It's disgusting. Or how about a barber at the end of the day, cutting some other people's hair in his hands? It gets in his soup and in his bread. How about a surgeon? Do you know where he sticks his fingers?
Oh, please.
Or a farmer in his feet. Every man who works eventually touches something filthy. I, on the other hand, deal with water. Water is wet, it's clean, it's purifying. I can come home at the end of the day and not have to take a shower. I've done it. Can you say the same, sir?
Do you actually think I'm going to discuss my colored habits with you? My God, you're infuriating. There must be carriage around here. Cabby! Cabby!
You're going to regret it one day, sir. You'll be bored to death, dying to see a good drowning, and I won't be here. My last day's on Sunday. Next week I'll be in Yalta.
There's the police now. Now, if you don't leave me alone, I'll have you arrested for soliciting.
I'm not soliciting. I'm in the maritime entertainment business.
Drowning is not maritime entertainment. You're what a fun lunatic! Officers! Officers!
I'm going. Let me tell you one thing. The drowning business isn't what it used to be.
Can we help you, sir?
Yeah, can we help?
There's the man there behind the docks.
Matt, what?
There? He's been pestering me all evening. I shouldn't be surprised if he were the range.
A lot of bad characters at these docks at night, sir. What was he?
Yeah. Bad habits. Not.
A man like you shouldn't be wandering around here. What was he pestering you about?
Yeah, what? Drugs? Money? Did he want to share his from drugs?
No. It's, I'm warning you. You might find it strange. He wanted to charge me 3 rubles watching John. Can you imagine it?
Strange? That's outright thievery. It's not worth more than 60 kopecks, sir.
That bastard trying to rip you off like that. It makes me so... I want to go.
You can get as fine as drowning as you want and not pay a penny more than 60 kopecks, sir. 3 rubles? What a nerve!
Yeah, that makes my side at 3 rules. What a nerve!
Officers, you think Timur's the point.
There are 2 brothers right at the other docks, sir. With 1 ruble each, they'll give you a double drowning. You gotta learn how to bargain with these men, sir. Get your money's worth.
Yeah, get your money's worth. It's called negotiating. Look it up, learn it, use it. Street smarts, yo.
It's not a question of price.
Well, of course, the quality of the drowning counts too, but 3 rubles?
3 rubles? Where the other day, right over there, 14 men acted out an entire shipwreck for 3 rubles.
On a good day, for 10 rubles, you can get a whole navy going down, remember that?
That was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Right, sir, 60 kopecks.
60.
That's all I pay for a good drowning.
60 kopecks.
Stick to your price, sir, and have a nice evening.
It has come. The day that the world has gone mad is finally at last! Psst. Psst.
I see the officers are gone. What did you tell them, sir?
I told them the truth, that you're mentally unbalanced. But unfortunately, they're more mentally unbalanced than you are.
Well, I do appreciate you not causing me any trouble, sir. So, in gratitude, I am reducing my price to an all-time low, 80 kopecks.
80. 80, you conniving, deceiving little thief. I won't pay you more than 60!
60? 60 kopecks. I'd be losing money. It's 40 kopecks for my towels. Another 40 for the man who fishes me out. I'd be losing money on it. I might as well just stay under.
You can't cheat me, sir. 60 kopecks, not a penny more. Take it or leave it.
You're a hard man, sir, a hard man. Settled for 60 kopecks. I pray to God my son doesn't want to be a drowner.
Yeah. 30, 40, 50, 60. Now, yeah, here's the money. No more trying to stand.
Right at the edge of the dock, sir, right up close. That's where you see all the action.
Let's start down there. Are you sure I can see well?
That's what makes it so eerie. The eerier, the more exciting. All of the entertainment actually ended the last 30 seconds anyways. Oh, I almost forgot. When I come up for the 3rd time, yell at the top of your lungs, Popnijivsky! Popnijivsky!
Who's Popnijivsky?
He's the fellow who fishes me out. Can't swim, sir.
You can't swim. Are you trying to tell me you're going to drown yourself without learning how to swim?
That's what makes it so exciting! Popnijivsky always waits until the very last moment before fishing me out. He's in the restaurant over there having a drink, sir. Don't forget the name, sir. Popnijivsky. Well, here I go. If you like it, tell your friends. Eat the soup, as we say. Help! I'm drowning! Help! I can't swim!
A little twice there. I can see a little bit. Good, very good. That's enough of that. I don't have enough time. Okay, down now.
I can't swim.
We're double mixing. There you are. That's the 3rd time, isn't it? Good heavens. What was that fellow's name again?
Next actress, please. Name.
What?
Your name.
Oh, Nina.
Nina. Just Nina. That's it.
Yes, sir. No, sir. Nina Mikhailovna Zaraknaya, sir.
Age.
My age?
Yes, that means how old are you?
How old are you looking for, sir?
Couldn't you just answer the question simply, please?
Yes, sir, but I just want you to know that I can be any age you want. 16, 30. Last year in school, I played a 78-year-old woman with rheumatism. Everyone said it was quite believable. A 79-year-old woman with rheumatism told me so herself.
Yeah, that's very nice, but we're not looking for a 78-year-old rheumatic woman. We're looking for a 22-year-old girl. Now, how old are you?
22, sir.
Really? I would have guessed 27 or 28.
I have a bad head cold, sir. It makes me look a lot older than I really am. Last year when I had influenza, the doctor thought I was 39. But I promise I can look 22 when you need it, sir.
You have a temperature?
Yes, sir. 103.
Good God, woman, what are you doing walking around in the dead of winter with 103 temperature? Go home, go to bed, you can come back some other time.
No, sir, I've waited 6 months to get to this audition, not including the 3 months that I waited to get on the 6 months waiting list. If they put me on the end of the list again, I'm gonna have to wait another 6 months, and by then I'll be 23, and it's gonna be too late to be 22. Sir, I'm really feeling a lot better. I think I'm down to 101.
You really got your heart set on being an actress.
Oh, my heart, my soul, my very breath, the bones in my body, the blood in my veins, the hair in my
Enough
head.
of your medical history, please, but what practical experience have you had?
As what, sir?
Well, the thing we're discussing, acting. How much acting experience have you had?
On the stage?
Was as good a place as any.
Well, I studied 3 years under Madame Zablyanska.
Oh, she teaches here in Moscow?
And no, in my high school, in Odessa. But she is a very great actress indeed, sir.
Oh, here in Moscow?
No, sir, in Odessa.
Then you are, strictly speaking, an amateur.
Yes, sir. In Moscow. In Odessa, I'm a professional.
Well, that's very well, but see, we're looking for a 22-year-old professional in Moscow. Odessa, although I grant you a lovely city, theatrically speaking, it's no Moscow. Now, I suggest you go home, get some rest, and get some experience.
Sir, I've traveled 4 days just to get here. I walked all the way from Odessa. Can't you just please hear me read?
I really find this embarrassing.
Sir, even if you would not employ me, like, even just reading for you would be an experience I'd cherish for all my life. If I may be so bold, I think you're one of the greatest living authors in all of Russia.
Really? Oh, it's quite kind of you. Perhaps we do have a few minutes.
No, sir, I've read almost everything. The articles, the story. The story! Every time I think of it, I just can't control myself, sir.
What is that?
What's this? The death of a government clerk.
The death of a government...
Chekhov, the sneezing splatter, sir. I laughed for days. I just can't get over.
You found that funny, did you? Strange, I meant that to be sad.
So sad, sir. I cried for days. It was tragically funny.
Was it really? And of everything you read, what was your favorite?
My very favorite,
Yes,
sir.
what was it?
Tolstoy's War and Peace. You asked me what my favorite was, sir.
Well, you're an honest little thing, aren't you? It's refreshing. Irritating, but refreshing. All right, what are you going to read for me today?
I should like to read from the Three Sisters.
Good. Which sister?
All three of them.
Well,
If you have the time.
Why don't you just read the whole play while you're at it?
Oh, yes, sir, I know it all. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Act 1, a drawing room in the Prozorov's house. It is midday. A bright sun shines through the large French
That's
doors.
not necessary. An excerpt will do fine. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I should like to read from the last moment of the play.
Good. That shouldn't take too long. Whenever you're ready.
How I've been ready for 6 months, sir, not including the 3 months that I waited to get on the 6 months waiting list.
Please begin.
Yes, sir. Oh, sir, could you please say, "Ta-ra-ra, boom, die, sit on the curb, I may"?
Well, I certainly will not. Why would I say such an idiotic thing?
Well, I don't know, sir. You wrote it. Jabucan says it at the last moment of the play. It would help me greatly if you could just say that one line, sir. I traveled all the way from the side.
All right. Okay. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Ha ra ra boom die, sit on the curb, I may.
And then Masha says, listen to that music. They're leaving us. When it's gone for good. Forever. We're left alone to begin our lives all over again. We must live. We must live. And then then Irina says, a time will come when we will know what this is all for. Why there's all this suffering. And there will be no mysteries. But meanwhile, we must live. We must work, and only work. Tomorrow, I shall go alone and teach in the school. Give my whole life to those who need it. It is now autumn. Soon winter will come and cover everything with snow. I will continue working. Shall I finish, sir?
Please.
Okay. And then Olga says, the music plays so gaily. So valiantly, one wants to live. Oh my God, time will pass. And soon we will know what this is all for. And we shall be forgotten. Our faces will be forgotten. Our voices. And how many there were of us. But our sufferings will turn into joy for those who live after us. Happiness and peace will be brought to this earth. And they will remember kindly. And bless those who are living now. My dear sisters, it seems as if just a little more. And we shall know why we live. Why we suffer. If only we knew. If only we knew. Thank you very much, sir. You made me very happy. That's all I wanted to say. God bless you so. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Will somebody go get her before she walks all the way back to Odessa?
Good morning, Mr.
Please, lower your voice. It's just that my dad is acting up again and my nerves are like little firecrackers. The least little friction can send them off.
Must be very painful, sir.
Combing my hair this morning was agony.
Mr. Christina,
What is it, Pachukin?
there's a lady who insists on seeing you. We can't make heads or tails on her story, but she insists on seeing the directing manager. Perhaps if Iona...
No. The business of the bank comes before my minor physical ailments. Please, show her in. Quietly. Good morning, madam. Forgive me for not standing, but I am somewhat incapacitated. Please, sit down.
Oh, thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
You can help me, sir. I pray to God you can help. No one in the world seems to care.
Please, calm yourself, madam. I beg of you. Please, calm yourself.
Sorry.
Now, I'm sure we can sort it all out if we approach the problem sensibly and quietly. Now, what exactly is the trouble?
It's my husband, Collegiate Assessor Shulkin. He's been sick for 5 months. 5 agonizing months.
I know the horrors of illness and can sympathize with you, madam, but what is the nature of his illness?
It's a nervous disorder. Everything grates on his nerves. If you even so much as touch him, he screams out, "Ah!" How or why he does, nobody knows.
An inkling. Please, go on.
While the poor man was lying
You're
in bed...
not gonna scream again, are you?
What? If I don't have cause, I won't. While the poor man was lying in bed the past 5 months recuperating, he was dismissed from his job for no reason at all.
That's a pity, certainly, but what is it that you want from me?
You don't know how much I suffered during his illness. I nursed him from morning till night, doctored him from night till morning, besides taking our children, cleaning our house, feeding our cat, our goat, my sister's dog, and her bird who's sick.
The bird was sick?
My sister! She has dizzy spells. She's been dizzy a month now. She's getting dizzier every day.
Extraordinary. However,
And then I have to take care of her house and her children and her cat and her goat, and then her cat be one of my children, so my oldest daughter drowned her cat, and now my sister wants our goat in exchange, or else she'll either drown my cat or break my other daughter's arm.
well, you've certainly had your pack of troubles, haven't you, madam? But I don't quite see...
And then, when I went to get my husband's pay, they deducted 24 rubles and 36 kopecks. For what, I asked? Because he borrowed it from the employees' fund. That's impossible. He borrows it out my permission and broke his arm. Not while he's sick, of course. I'm not well myself, you see. I have this terrible cough. It's terrible.
I can well understand why your husband took 5 months to recuperate, madam, but what is it that you want from me?
What rightfully belongs to my husband? He's 24 rubles and 36 kopecks. But they won't give it to me because I'm a woman, weak and defenseless. Some of them even laughed in my face, sir. Laughed. Where's the humor, I wonder, in a poor defenseless creature like myself?
None! I see none at all! However, madam, I don't wish to be unkind, but I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place. Your petition, no matter how justified, has nothing to do with our bank. You have to go to the agency where your husband was employed.
What? I've been to 5 agencies already, and none of them will even listen to my petition. Oh my God, I'm going out of my mind! The hair is coming out of my head! Look at it by the fistful! Don't tell me to go to another agency!
Please, madam, keep your hair in its proper place. Now listen to me carefully. This is a bank! A bank! We bank money. Funds that are brought here are banked by us. We're in the banking business. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I can't help you.
Are you saying you can't help me?
Ah, I'm trying, but I don't think I'm making headway.
Are you saying you don't believe my husband is sick? Here! Here's a doctor's certificate. That is the proof. Do you still doubt my husband has an illness?
Not only do I not doubt it, I would swear to it.
Didn't even look at it. Look at it!
It's really not necessary. I know full well how your husband must be suffering.
What's the point of having a doctor's certificate if you don't even look at it? Look at it!
Oh yes, it's right here on the doctor's certificate. Your husband has a nervous disorder. My! Only you've come to the wrong place!
You lied to me? I took you as a man of your word, and you lied to me.
I lie? When?
When you said you read the doctor's certificate. You couldn't have read the descriptions of my husband's illness to see that he was fired unjustly. Don't take advantage of me because I'm a weak and defenseless woman. Just do me the simple courtesy of reading it. Read it and I'll go.
But I read it! What's the point in reading something twice when I've already read it once?
Maybe you didn't read it carefully.
I read it in detail!
Maybe you read it too fast. Read it slower.
I don't need to read it slower. I'm a fast reader!
Maybe you didn't absorb it. Let it sink in this time.
I absorbed it. It sank in. I could pass the test on what's written here, but it doesn't make a difference because it has nothing to do with our bank!
Did you read the part where he has a nervous disorder? Read that part again. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh yes! It says right here on the doctor's certificate your husband has a nervous disorder. My! Only I can't help you. Now please go! Don't test my foot! Can't you get this? You're a balding head! That the company was with this kind of clay who's just as crazy as you trying to get a haircut in a butcher shop!
Wait a second. Can't get a haircut in a butcher's shop? Why would anyone get a haircut in a butcher's shop? Are you laughing at me?
Laughing? I'm lucky I'm breathing! Pachakin!
Did I tell you I'm fasting? I haven't eaten in 3 days. I've had the same cup of coffee 3 times today.
Pachakin!
Yes, booze, and I feed at the least part of
is it, Mr. Christina? What's wrong?
Get her out of here! Who let her in my office?
Yes, sir. I asked you and you said show her in.
Oh, I thought you meant a human being, not a lunatic with a doctor's certificate!
He wouldn't even read it. I gave it to him and he threw it right back in my face. You look at the person. You have pity on me. You read it. See if my husband's sick or not.
But I already read it, madam, twice.
Me too. I had to read it twice, too!
You showed it to me outside. You showed it to everyone. We all read it, even though man.
You didn't even read it. You just looked at it.
Don't argue! Read it, Pochopkin! Read it so we can get her out of here!
Oh yes, madam. It says your husband is sick. Now will you please go, or I will go someone to remove you.
Yes! Yes! Good! Remove her! Get the doorman and two of the guards! Be careful, she's a struggling nox!
Well, if you remove me, I will scream so loud that the whole city will hear. No one will want to come to a bank where they hit poor, defenseless women. I think I'm going to faint again.
Weak! Defenseless! You're as defenseless as a charging rhinoceros! You're as weak as the king of the shackle! You're a plague, madam! A plague! A plague that wipes all that crosses your path! You're a raging river that washes out bridges and stately homes! You're a wind that blows villages over mountains! It is women like you who drive men like me to finish a husband like yours!
Are you saying you can't help me?
Ah, hit her, Pochopkin! I give you permission to knock her down!
Well, do you hear? Do you hear I'm being abused? He'll have you hit an orphan mother. Listen to this cop.
Madam, if we can discuss this in my office.
Get your hands off me! Help! Help! She's beating me! Oh, merciful God, she's beating me!
I'm not beating you, I'm beating you.
Beat her, you fool! We'll never get this chance again! Knock some sense into her!
A curse I put on you and your depositors. May the money in your vaults turn to potatoes. May the gold in your cellars turn to onions. May your rubles turn to radishes and your kopecks to pickles.
Stop it! I beg of you, Pochopkin, give her anything! Just get her out of here!
24 rubles and 36 kopecks. That's all I want. That's all I'm due. That's all I want.
Hey, come here, I'll give you your money.
Oh, and come back to get me home. I have very weak ankles.
Get right out for a taxi, anything! Just get her out of here!
God bless you, sir. Oh, I'll remove the curse. Curse be gone. Onions to gold, potatoes to money.
Oh my God! My hair's coming out!
One more thing. Can I get a letter of recommendation for my husband so he can get a new job? Don't bother yourself about it now, but I'll be back in the morning. Thank you. God bless you, sir. God bless you.
She's coming back! She's coming back! She's coming back!
This one goes back a good many years to my youth. I was 16 years old to be exact, and in the ways of love, I was not only unschooled, I hadn't even been in the classroom. I actually thought that since the beginning of time, no woman had ever been fully unclothed. But my father was a wonderful man, quite liberal in his thinking, and on the occasion of my 16th birthday, decided to introduce me to the mysteries of love. He was, however, a frugal man and decided to escort me himself to see, in a manner of bargaining, that I wasn't taken advantage of. Picture, if you will, my own dear father.
Tasha. And Tasha, where are you? Don't just stand there in the dark shaking like a puppy dog. Come here. We have some adolescence to get over with.
I'm not well, Father. I'm sick.
Sick? Sick? What's wrong with you?
I haven't thought of it yet. Give me a minute.
Fear. Pubescent fear. I was the same way when I was your age.
I never knew you were my age. I always thought of you as older.
How old do you think I was when I was with my first woman?
You were with a woman, father.
Certainly I was with a woman. Every man who becomes a father has been with a woman at some point in their life.
The same woman?
Certainly not the same woman. My God, don't you discuss these matters with your friends?
Oh yes, all the time. But we get too excited to listen.
It's a man's obligation to enter a marriage experienced in the ways of love. Otherwise, valuable years are wasted in endless groping.
I don't mind wasting your views groping, father.
It's all a part of becoming a man, Antasha. First you learn to walk, then you learn to talk. And now, it's time to learn this.
Are you sure, father? I'm not really walking and talking very well.
Tasha, I can't afford to delay any longer. Don't want you becoming an old man waiting to become a young man. Now, are you going to go in there and have your first experience with a woman, or do I have to punish you?
Father, I don't think we're going to find any woman of high moral character around here.
We're not looking for high-moraled women. There are too damn many high-moraled women in the world as it is. That's why so many high-moraled men have to come to a place like this. Now, let's get on with this business.
Can I hold your hand?
No, you can't go in there and become a man holding your father's hand. Tasha, we don't have all day. Your mother is expecting us home at 9 o'clock. Exactly an hour for you to mature.
You mean you told Mother where we were going?
You think I'm so insensitive? I told her we're going for a walk, just to get some fresh air.
Won't she become suspicious when she notices I've come home all grown up?
Doesn't show, Antasha. You don't get spots like the measles. You might have a smile on your face, but that's all. Come on.
Father, aren't there other ways to become a man? I mean, couldn't I grow a mustache?
Tasha, tell me the truth. You'd rather not go through with it. I'll take you
Take me
home.
in.
Wait till I ask the question. Would you rather not go through with it? I'll take you home.
Take me here.
I see. Very well then. Let's go home. You can get in your bathtub and play with your sailboats until you're ready.
Will you be angry with me?
No.
Will you be disappointed with me?
No.
Will you be proud of me?
Hell no.
All right, I'll do it.
Good boy, Antasha.
If I like it, can we do it again?
No, I didn't bring you here with the intention of leaving you here. My God, it's a difficult business being a liberal father.
Oh, here we go. Oh, God.
Steady, boy, steady.
Is she one of the teachers?
No. I think she's the principal. We're in luck, son. She's a charming looking girl. I'll go attend to your tuition.
Father, couldn't I just take a correspondence course?
No! Stand here, don't move. I'll be right back. And stop twiddling with your hat. This is not hat twiddling business. Evening, madam. Lovely April night, wouldn't you say?
Is it April already? I don't get out very much.
No, I can well understand that. It's been quite some time since I've been involved in such matters, but I would like to discuss with you a matter of some delicacy.
30 rubles.
So much for the delicacy.
Whoops.
Sure.
Thank you.
30 rubles, you say? Well, speaking for myself, I would say 30 rubles is quite fair. But it's not for me. It's for my young, inexperienced son. That's him over there. One with the knees buckling.
It's still 30 rubles, sir. We don't have children's prices down here.
No, of course not. But 30 rubles does seem a little bit high for a boy of 16. Would you consider 15 rubles?
For 15 rubles, I read Peter Rabbit, sir. There's a Norwegian ship coming in tonight. And I have to go inside and put on my blonde wig. Excuse me.
Wait. There is an extenuating circumstance, Star. It's the boy's birthday. I just wanted to do something nice. What do you say?
How about an umbrella?
Well, here, in my day, 30 years ago, I shared the pleasures of the most delightful girl on this street. How could the milkmaid she was called? And she cost me a mere 10 rubles.
She's still here if you want her. She's down to 6 rubles now.
Good heavens, certainly not.
Father,
Yes.
am I ready yet?
In a minute. I'm shopping. Really a delightful boy. Fragile and sweet. He tells the most delightful stories. I'm sure you'd find him most entertaining.
Haven't you got that the wrong way around, sir?
Father, I'm getting chilly.
Well, jump up and down, run around, just be patient. You've waited 16 years, just a few more minutes. 20 rubles, not a kopeck more. There's only so much I'm willing to spend on education. Please, it's for my boy.
Settled for 20 rubles. You're a good and loving father, sir. I respect you for it. If my father was like you, I wouldn't have ended up here on the streets bargaining with fathers like you.
Sure, there's a moral in there somewhere, but I just don't see it yet. Settled. 20 rubles. Oh, wait. I have one more request for you. I would appreciate it greatly at the end of this evening's festivities. You could just say, "Happy birthday from Papa."
Happy birthday from Papa. Would you like any candles with that, sir?
No, that's not necessary. Just be gentle and kind. Gentleness, that's all I ask. Heavens, a tear. What a thing to cry over.
Well, I'll be waiting inside, 2 flights up, second door on the left. I'll be gentle, sir.
Thank you. Girls nowadays seem to be so much more understanding.
It's men like you who make me proud to serve in my profession.
What a lovely nurse she would have made. And Tasha, school's in. Settle. 20 rubles, my boy. You just have to know how to bargain with these people. Okay, off you go. 2 flights up, second door on the left, right here. Don't rush.
Do I say anything to her father?
Like what?
Like, hello?
Hello would be nice. Goodbye would be good too. Go on, she's waiting.
Are there any instructions you want to give me?
That's what I'm paying her good money for, the questions you ask. Now go on before I have to pay her overtime.
Okay, I'm going.
What is it now?
It's funny. Sorry. It's funny. But when I come down those stairs and walk onto the street, I won't be your little Aunt Tasha anymore. I'll be Anton the man. Thank you, Father. Well, goodbye.
Wait, Natasha!
What is it, Father?
I was just thinking, wouldn't you rather have a nice umbrella? There's plenty of time next year to become a man. Plenty of time.
If you wish, Papa. Yes, Papa.
Well, I hope that portrait of my father came out with some affection. I did love him so, as I've loved all the characters you've seen this evening. But before we go, what was it we were talking about earlier? Early on, before the story of Chekhov. Oh yes, I was about to tell you what it was as a child I always wanted to do with my life. Well, for the life of me, I can't remember. But as I stand here tonight with a feeling of great peace and contentment, I can't help but feeling I must be doing it. Thank you, good night. If you stop by this way again, please drop it. Oh wait, there's an alternate ending. If you stop by this way again, I hope you inherit 5 million rubles! All right, ladies, well, all right, ladies.